Welcome to Ellis Mowers and Mower. We've got this Toro Proline walk behind here. Never had one of these before. Got it for $100 way earlier this year. Back in the late spring, I want to say. I think I've had it since about April and it's now November. Finally pulling it out. Gonna see if I can get it going again. But I do want to show you that. So the reason why I didn't fix it already was because whenever I pulled it, it didn't want to fire. So I didn't go through the wherewithal of actually, putting a spark plug in it to see if that changed anything. So that's what I've done, and what I'm going to show y'all is that it runs. So on starting fluid, which is good. So that's a good thing. Must be a clog in the carb or something. So got to figure that out. Seems to be fine. Otherwise, we'll see if the blade engagement and everything works like it's supposed to once we get all this out and fixed here and running. But yeah, we'll see. It'd be nice if this is just a carb and I don't have to do anything else to it. The people who own this are, I've known them for a long time, so, oh, there's no blade on it, dang. I have to find a blade for it, but we'll get to that as long as everything else works on it like it's supposed to. So, we'll get, like I said, we'll get all this taken care of here next, and hopefully have us a nice running machine with just a carb. Shouldn't take too long. We're just going to throw a carb on to see what happens. Let's see. So, take this off, a couple 10 mils. I have a feeling it's just varnished up. A lot of varnish on that. The nuts there. Oh yeah, it's just gummed up pretty bad. So, luckily I just bought a bunch of these Kohler carbs. So, come on, break free now. There we go. And so what we're gonna do is, I got one that's got one of these things on it, and this doesn't have one, so I need to take that off. So let me do that real quick here. Let's see. Open this up. So it's got one of these right here on it. We're going to take the plunger off here. Probably could do that and be fine, but I need to find the pliers that I want. Here we are. We'll take it over the trash can because we're going to, let's see, push this down really hard. And I'll cut this off and we'll put everything back together here in just a second. So some of them you can cut. This one right here is hard as a rock. So I just use a little angle grinder to get it knocked down a little bit so that it doesn't impede. And we'll put it back on here with my shaved off 1/2-inch wrench. 12mm might work too. And we'll see if we can get this in here and that it doesn't cause any problems. Sometimes it'll kind of butt up against that plastic piece right there, and you have to be a little creative when it comes to that. Let's see, let me put on this first, and then we'll get the choke. Ooh. I'm putting them on backwards, y'all. That's why I'm having so much trouble. this carb's kit actually came with a little rubber piece, which is nice. Let's see, I probably need to put some gaskets. I do. Let me do that here. Alright, and let's see. Just making sure that enough clearance is had on everything there, and it is. So we'll go ahead and put the fuel line back on it and all that good stuff. And open up the gas. I put just a tiny bit of gas in it. To get it going. Just gonna make sure it's flowing out like it's supposed to here. Actually, it was already checked. So, alright, other gasket right here. And then we'll put the air filter cover back on. Okay, and then we'll do the two 10mm nuts to get everything back in. I may put a little bit of gas in it just to see if that's anything. Let's see. Make sure that all the throttle linkage and stuff is not. Okay, so the throttle linkage is good. And we have a choke, right? Let's see. All that seems to be working like it's supposed to. So, let's see. Do we have gas in here? I barely put any gas in it, so let me throw a little bit of gas in here. Alright. Get this hopefully filled back up. May have a little blockage, I don't know. Let's see. Because it should be filling up. Now I can't get it to fill up with gas, darn. It is running out right there, so maybe it is. Maybe it's just one of those things where it won't put any gas in the filter or something. Okay. Sometimes it happens like that. So let me throw it on choke. We'll make sure that this linkage was frozen up. It wasn't, but we'll see. Alright, let me give her a pull, see if it'll crank on her own. Do I have it on? I do have it in the run position. fixed this thing 6 months ago, as soon as I got it. Plug in a carb. It does need a blade. It is missing a blade, so I'm going to have to source a blade for this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I might have found one that works in my stash here at home. Which would be good. Might check that now to see if I can find one that'll work before I wrap today up. But this is a 32. I'm going to have to get me one. That's no biggie though. We know it runs and drives. Throw a blade on it. We'll be in good shape. Alright y'all, I've for some reason misplaced my tripod and it's getting dark and want to get this video done today. I did put a new blade on it. I'll lift this up so that you can see. I don't know if I'm missing some of the blade hardware down there. If there's supposed to be a little bracket that goes underneath there. But I've tested it. It seems to work pretty good. So what I might do. Can I set y'all right there? Yeah, we could do that. I'll crank her up and we'll roll around here. I'll show you how this is going to work. Should work pretty well for us. But I'll crank it up for us first. She ready to roll, I think. Idle it down a little bit. It does run a little rich at idle, but very pleased with how this turned out. So it is pretty nice overall, as you can see. Turned out really nice. I looked and tried to find comps and stuff for this, and really I can't really find a lot that's the 32-inch, but some of the others that I see are like $600–700 for like the bigger mower decks. So I'm gonna, since I've got the Velky on it, I'm gonna list it for $500, and we'll see who shows up to take it. These are not easy sales. I've sold a Skag before, and that one was super nice, and I think I got like $1,100 or $1,200 for it. It was the smaller 36-inch deck as well. They're not highly sought. They're not sought after these because of it's a gear drive, and 32-inch deck and the age of it as well. So not really anybody's going to use this commercially. So that kind of knocks out the vast majority of the market there, honestly. But either way, hopefully we can get somebody to buy it. I'll list it for $500. I've got what, a carburetor in it, so 125-ish in it. I'll easily sell it for that. Hopefully I'll get at least like $350, $400 for it. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know your experience with these machines here as well. Pretty nice. Very well built from what I can tell. It's basically like a big personal pace, commercial grade push mower, basically, that you stand on and walk behind. So that's nice. But yeah, that's what we're done. We're done with this, and was an easy fix. It's a carb and a spark plug really was all I needed to do to this thing, in addition to putting a blade on it, which I forgot. So I've got about 150 in it after the blade, but we'll still be doing good on it. Make a couple $100. A couple of easy $100, which is always a good one, and we'll send her on to a new home, hopefully. I do appreciate y'all watching this video. Thank you again very much. We got a lot more repairs coming. Got another engine swap in the works. We got all types of stuff hanging around. So if y'all want to stick around, we've got plenty of stuff coming here in the off season to get ready for the 2026 season. And I'll catch y'all on the next video.